Kibo wishes he could go home. You have your wish ring, so maybe you should just wish for that. That's technically a wish. You could just be like, I wish I could go. Yeah. I don't know why he didn't do it. He was thinking of plans to get. He thought about how best to use his wish ring, wished he could go home, but didn't actually tell his wish ring that that's what he wanted. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Ascent. Toonlink, Dave, and your United States Aviator, welcome to another episode, Friday episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And today, I just kind of wanted to see how this would go in the Friday episode of the Hunger Games. We have a bunch of slingshots, which tend to do nothing. It's not a special week for slingshots, it's not a special holiday for slingshots. It's just the slingshots don't really do much. So I just wanted to see if we could get them to do anything in this thing. Because I know there's still a handful of things we still probably have not seen in the simulator. Because this simulator has like low odds for things to hit. So I got some teams who would best enjoy some slingshot action. So, I think it's time we introduce them. The Jacket Failures, Hiro and Kanji. The Proud Fathers, Geralt and Dojima. The Cross-Dimensional Sisters, Kotoko and Hilda. The Brainiacs, Nagisa and Quark. Healthcare, Mikan and Mercy. Eye for an Eye, Murakata and the Slingshot Savior, Fuyuhiko. Headphone Vibe and Masaru and Yosuke. Mind Trip, Maya and Pewter. The Power of God and Anime, Izuru and Mitarai. Rock On, Hazubuki and Reiko. The Amnesiacs here with Ryoko and Date. The Headmasters have Jin and Tengen. Mask On with the Greatest Gozu and Seiko. The Selfless Saviors with Juzo and Keiji. Spoiled with Togami and Oda. Wolfpack with Gonta and Razor. The Shorty Sleepover has Kana and Crazy Hiyoko. The Devious Disguises with Samugi, the Ranger, the Jailbirds, Ryoma and Alice. Robotics Club has Monica and Kibo. Capturing the Moment is Angie and Now. Cutting Words with Toko and Peko. Corey's in the House with Clover. Aiko's Kitchen has Aiko and Ruruka. And Ara Ara has Mew and Lisa. And I've got there's a die, because I'm ready to roll it. But first you gotta make some picks. And I'll make them too. First, second, and third. Make them right here, right now, in the comments below, because your comments are important. Like this one, and this one, and even that one, and even leaving a comment, just a short comment, helps the video. Leaving a short comment, leaving a quick like, it all helps the video get around, circulates it. So go ahead and do that, and I'll make my picks too. Who do I have? I actually have the Obsessive Siblings for first. Clover style. Give me, Eye for an Eye for second, Fuyuhiko style, and then give me Rock On for third, Reiko style. That's what I'm feeling, that's what I'm vibing with, and that's what I'm going for. Yep, that's what I'm feeling. I think that's what's up. But you know what we have to do first? I actually don't have to change the music to do anything ridiculous, because we don't have a wheel to spin, because the horn bearers who are not here today have sounded the horns and they've gotten their titles and they are loving the experience. Oh yes, I'm loving it too. But I do have to do a spin anyway, so we might as you know what, let's do the die roll music anyway. And I'm just gonna, it's Pablo here, so we don't need to do anything crazy. Pablo, thank you. Thank you for being on the ready, not doing any sort of shenanigans. I truly and sincerely appreciate it. We just have to see how many people enter the Retribution match. But before that, OC entries close this Sunday, the 20th, at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. So please, enter if you haven't. We got a ton of OCs to go through, but you could still enter yours to fight for Ken Koyomi of Danganronpa U's OC Championship. Let's roll. Let's do 3 quick rolls to see. That's 2. Low rolls this week, interestingly enough. I wonder what the first roll for OC action is going to be. I should probably start asking you guys what do you think the Retribution numbers will be. But it's 2. And I think that's actually the lowest roll we've ever had for Tag Team Retribution. which is kind of nuts. However, it is time. Are you ready? There will be only one person to come out on top of this. One team will win and go to the the tag team finale. Are you ready to find out? Let's go ahead, let's start round one, let's not dilly or dally, and let's proceed to see what unfolds. As you can see, there are already things going on with the slingshot, and it's going to be useless. Izuru sets down a trap as round one begins. He sets down a trap as the horns are sounding. Izuru, you can't trap the horns. You see, they exist on a separate plane of existence for about 10 seconds before the game begins, just in case, because we don't want them taken out while the horns are sounding. By the way, sound the horns! Yes, and you won't get tripped up by Izuru's trap. Thank you very much, Izuru. Calm down with that. You're nasty. Pewter is thinking of plans to get out of here. Oda wishes he could go home. Gonta doesn't really understand what's happening. Dojima stares into the distance. Ranger twitches uncontrollably. Kotoko looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Jin uses a slingshot to pelt Maya with rocks, which is really more annoying than anything else. Now just wants to be hopeful. You are hopeful now. You are. The Great Gozu feels strong enough to handle anything. Munakata and Fuyo get into an argument over who should be in charge. Keiji could get used to this place. Really? Ryoma gets caught in one of Izuru's traps, and all he can do is hope to be free. Tengen wants to end things once and for all with Kori. Tengen actually bites the dust. Date does his best to avoid Ryoko. Aiko hopes she doesn't have to harm anybody. Gerald starts sobbing uncontrollably. Mercy hums a song to herself. Tsumugi is only looking out for herself. Masaru kills Kana before Crazy Yoko can react. Crazy Yoko rushes to help, but Kana dies in her arms. Goodness gracious. There's a lot of perishing going. Oh my gosh, a lot of betrayal too. Nagisa tries to kill Kibo, but Kibo retaliates and kills him instead. Togami feels protected by his wealth. How's that wealth holding out for you, Togami? Crazy Yoko sits there with a blank stare. Clover ambushes Togami and his wealth and Oda, murdering all three of them. Angie is being adorable as always. Mitsuru feels sorry for him and actually frees him from the trap. A little cross-teaming there. Fuiko feels like Munakata slowing him down. Fuiko, he's like, I don't need you here, I have a slingshot. The world is mine. Makes quick work of Munakata. Yosuke looks around for stuff to scrounge. Juzo is determined to survive this. Ibuki gathers ammo for her slingshot. Kibo wishes he could go home. You can't take her eyes off of Lisa. I get that. Monika looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Quark recalls something about Nagisa and sobs quietly. Kanji feels strong enough to handle anything. Razor uses his slingshot to pelt Keiji with rocks, which is more annoying than anything. Ryoko doesn't really understand what's happening. Seiko finally snaps and is frenzied. Why do you say finally snaps? It is round one. You just snapped immediately, Seiko. You're not fooling me. Toko attacks Aiko from behind and murders her. Her kitchen is getting cold. Hilda hums a song to herself. Maya and Peter team up to ambush, now slaughtering her. She just wanted to be helpful. Lisa doesn't care much for this place. Alice just wants to be hopeful. You might want to change that idea, Alice. You saw how it went for now. Reiko starts sobbing uncontrollably. Mikon does something really cute. Hiro doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Peko gathers ammo for her slingshot. Ruka seems unshaken by any of this, and 8 people have perished of the 50 who are here today. 42 remain. 2 go to the retribution match, and 1 will win. But for right now, it is indeed a Claire de Lune for Tengen, Kana, Nagisa, Togami, Oda, Munakata, Aiko, now. 42 remain. We have a game on our hands. What else will unfold? Who else will use the useless slingshot? And perhaps it will actually be useful one day, one time. Probably not. But we can proceed, and we can see if it is. It won't be. It's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. It will never be useful. Never in a million years. It's a shame, but we can proceed to see. At the start of round 2, Samugi's looking for an easy out. Ryoko kind of wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. And if there were ever someone who I would be like, you're gonna get lost, not know where you are, never be seen again, it's Ryoko. Crazy Yoko sits there with a blank stare. Ibuki has a horrible feeling in her chest. Kotoko duels it out with Masaru. Masaru bites the dust. Rest in peace to him. Izuru is determined to survive this. Ruka uses her slingshot to pelt Clover with rocks, annoying as heck. Alice just wants to be hopeful. Clover can't wait to kill again. That sounds about right. Ranger twitches uncontrollably, Pewter is cooking a genius idea, KG sets down a trap, and Razor gets caught in it. Razor getting caught in a trap, free that boy, free Razor. Cork somehow finds a suit of medieval armor, puts it on, it gleams with a dazzling shine, and Monika's like, I need to take him out before he gets away, but the knight's armor diverts the blow. Toko attacks Ibuki in front of Reiko. Reiko rushes to help, but it's already too late. Reiko, you tried to save her. I'll remember that. Kori attempts to kill Azuru, but Mitsurai intervenes to protect him. Unfortunately, Mitsurai actually perishes in that attempt. Azuru, you gotta win for the boy. He still hasn't gotten his win for the team, win for the boy. Gonta sizes his muscles. Ryoma thinks of a dark poem. Yosuke attempts to kill Razor, but Gonta intervenes just in the nick of time. Yosuke perishes because Gonta had to kill him to protect Razor's life. I like all three of those characters. Do I like Razor the most out of those three? No, I think I like Yosuke. I'll have to ponder on that one. Peko gathers ammo for her slingshot. Mew doesn't care much for those plays. Reiko snaps out of it. Angie remembers now and sobs quietly. Kibo lost in his thoughts. He now has a wish ring, which is so powerful in tag team action. You can bring back your partner if they perish. In a fit of frenzy, Seiko creeps up on Peko, takes her out as well. Juzo thinks about what he did to end up here. Kanji attacks Mikon from behind, takes her out as well. Peko and Toko are not having a bunch of luck this season because Toko wants to end things once and for all with Maya. Toko bites the dust. Their team is out for the day. Gerald sees something shiny in the distance as well. Masaru is gone. Fuyuko's determined to survive this. Hiro hopes it doesn't harm anybody. Hilda does her best to avoid her tag team partner, Kotoko. Date tries to kill the Great Gozu, but the Great Gozu retaliates and takes him out instead. Lisa can't take her eyes off of Mew. They're just eyeing each other these games. They've just been eyeing each other up. The Great Gozu uses slingshot against Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko's like, you've made a great mistake. A grave mistake, in fact. Jin finds a dapper suit and puts it on top of his dapper suit. That's quite fetching. Dojima ambushes Razor and Gonta, murdering them both. The Wolfpack is out for today. Mercy twiddles her thumbs, and we lost way more this time. Which means after this clear, Daylune for Ryoko, Masaru, Ibuki, Mitsurai, Yosuke, Peko, Mikon, Toko, Date, Gonta, Razor. 11 perished. We went from 8 to 19 and just 31 remain. Almost a standard-sized game. Who do you think is going to come out on top? I'm willing to check it right now, just for the sake of checking it. Robotics Club completely in, Devious Disguises completely in, Jacket Failures are in, Cutting Words are completely out. I really like this team, I won't lie. They were almost my ride or dies, but I'm glad I didn't make them my ride or dies, because they're struggling this season a little bit. Amnesiacs, they're out. Mind Trip, completely in. Headmaster still have Jin, Rock On with Reiko, Eye for an Eye with Fuyuhiko, Jailbirds are in, Power of God and Anime has Azuru. Obsessive Siblings completely in, Crazy Yoko for the shorty sleepover, Proud Fathers completely in. And then we have some teams that are completely out. The Selfless Saviors completely in. Angie is trying to capture the moment. Mascon's completely in. Ara Ara completely in and checking each other out with Ruruka and Aiko's kitchen cooking up some delicious sweets. The Cross-Dimensional Sisters are both here. Cork remains trying to outsmart everyone, win this game, and Healthcare still has Mercy trying to heal everyone. But can she? Probably not. But can she win? That's not out of the question. We'll go to the next round, and we will see that the Slingshot Master is actually out at the start of round 3 as Hiro finds some medieval armor. Fuyuko gets cocky, which makes sense because this would be his game. It ends up dying from a stupid mistake. This almost is entirely fitting. Azuru is only looking out for himself. Hiyoko of the crazy variety. Small. Starts sobbing uncontrollably. Monika's looking for an easy out. Cork just wants this to be over already. Crazy Yoko feels like Clover is slowing him down. Corey, what are you doing? Making quick work of your tag team partner. You got a bad habit of that, Corey. Lisa, find some leather scraps. I don't know how I feel about Lisa finding leather scraps. She's gonna come up with something scandalous. Keiji sets down a trap. Samugi gathers ammo for her slingshot. Kotoko's being adorable as always. Juzo tries to kill Cork, but Cork's knight armor diverts the blow. Maya's cooking up a genius idea. Kanji doesn't really want to, but finds himself having to get rid of Mercy. Angie kills the Great Gozu before Seiko can react. Seiko rushes to help, but it's already too late. Isn't she still frenzied? Angie, you better watch out. Alice just wants to be helpful. Pewter uses a slingshot to pelt Kanji with rocks, which is just annoying. Gerald and Dojima both attack the policeman on policeman violence. Dojima takes out Keiji, slaughtering him. Reiko looks around for stuff to scrounge Jin. Recalls something about Tengen and sobs quietly. Yosuke is gone. Ruka doesn't care much for this place. Dojima feels strong enough to handle anything Ryoma moves around uselessly. Miu has a horrible feeling in her gut. Hilda's still trying to avoid Kotoko. Kibo wishes for some really nice eyebrows. And he gets them. And Ranger disappears for a second and finds a wizard robe. He slips it on, scattering sparkles everywhere. We have lost a standard size game, and now we are close to a standard size game. In this game of 50, just 26 remain, almost halfway through. As we give a Claire de Lune for the Slingshot Savior Fuihiko, Axe Maniac Clover, Mercy, The Greatest Gozu, Keiji. 5 gone. We still have plenty to go. I don't even need to be like, hey, you know what? Blah, 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 blah. We just checked our statuses. We know which teams are still in. We know what's about to go down. We know as I stop this music and click proceed. We still have 16 to go until your saving grace picks. Do you need them? With Clover gone, I need them. We'll go ahead, we'll click next round, and we will see at the start of round 4, Kotoko just can't wait to kill again. I don't know why, but that's the first time I've read it, and in my mind, it was like, oh, I just can't wait to be king, but it was just like, but I just can't wait to kill again, and it's just now, it's just this bad. Samugi's looking out only for herself. Crazy Yoko doesn't want to carry on. Crazy Yoko's now suicidal. You gotta snap out of that, Crazy Yoko. Kibo wishes for some fried chicken, which he would cook in his KFC console. The Wish Ring gives it to him. Juzo won't die like the others. Izuru gathers ammo for his slingshot. Mikan's lifeless body is writhing with maggots. Kanji's still trying to take out Ranger, but Ranger's walking around saying, haha, screw you, human. That is what Ranger is thinking right now. As he escapes Kanji, Jin tries to kill Juzo, but Juzo retaliates and kills him instead. Dojima finds leather scraps, rudimentary clothing. He is a cave cop. Hilda does something really cute. Monika's looking for an easy out. Pewter ambushes Lisa, murders her. You hate to see that. Ruka tries to kill Quark. Quark's knight armor diverts the blow. Something inside of Ranger actually snaps in Ranger's frenzy. That's dangerous. Ranger's dangerous. Miu duels it out with Quark. Quark actually bites the dust. Ryoma starts sobbing uncontrollably. Reiko spots something shiny in the distance. Munakata and Ryoko are gone. Hiro still can't believe that Kanji has killed someone. He can't either. He could probably also be on Team Strong but Soft, or Strong and Soft. Angie uses her slingshot to pelt Juzo with rocks, which is just annoying, Angie. Cut it out. Don't do that. Corey's in the house, twitching uncontrollably. Maya is cooking up a genius idea. Gerald sizes his muscles, and Alice is ready to defend his friends. And there's just 23 left. Less than a standard-sized game. But we only lost 3. And those 3 do deserve a Claire de Lune 4. Jin. Lisa. Quark. And that leaves us with 23. We don't need to see them. I'm not checking again until your saving grace picks. You already know who's here. You know, 2 people are going to the Retribution match for the tag team action. Who will they be? I don't know, but to find out, we have to proceed. Who will win? Who will go to Retribution? I don't know. And who else will get pelted with rocks and nothing happened to them will go on to round 5. As Pewter hums a song to himself, Corey sets in a trap, and Ruka, following him closely, immediately gets caught in it. Reiko finds a lovely bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing. Monika's looking out only for herself. Dojima, wearing leather scraps, is a sight to behold. Alice gathers ammo for his slingshot. Izuru is determined to survive this, but his determination was overcome by the power of Maya, who attacked him from behind and eviscerated him. Yeah, that'll do it. Quark is festering silently. Angie tries to kill Ranger, but the wizard robe is carrying Ranger all over the place to safety. Juzo manages to sneak attack both Gerald and Dojima, eliminating their whole team, slaughtering them both. Miu remembers Lisa and sobs quietly. Ranger looks around maniacally seething. Kanji finds a sword shiny and sharp. It's a rather nice find. Kotoko can't wait to kill again. Ryoma thinks of a dark poem. Hilda's still avoiding Kotoko. He's like, you know what, if I can just avoid you and you stay in, we can win this thing. Samugi's looking for an easy out. Kibo ponders how best to use his wish ring. You got eyebrows and fried chicken. I don't think you could use it any better, Kibo. Crazy Hiyoko gets mauled by wild animals, rest in peace to the small and crazy one, and Hiro feels sorry for Ruruka and frees her from the trap. And so, we lost another 4. That's actually 3 complete teams are gone now because Mitsurai was already out and Kana was already out, which means after this, Claire de Lune 4, Izuru, Gerald, Dojima, Crazy Hiyoko. We're at 19. 19, which means just 9 until your saving grace picks. I said I wouldn't check, but I'm gonna check. Seiko still in for Mask On, Angie for Capture the Moment, Mew for Ara Ara. Devious Disguise is completely in, and they're not the only ones. Cross-Dimensional Sisters as well. Reiko for Rock On still remains. Aiko's Kitchen still cooking up as Ruruka. Selfless Saviors still have Juzo, and he's cooking up with 3 KOs himself. The Jailbirds also completely in, and so is Mind Trip. We have a lot of teams that are completely in, including the Jacket Failures and the Robotics Club. That's really interesting. Corey also is the remaining competitor from the Obsessive Siblings. We have a lot of teams that are completely in, which is really shocking. We lost 31. Okay, we'll see how long that lasts. Let's click next round and let's proceed. At the start of round 6, Hilda doesn't really want to, but she finds herself having to get rid of Angie. You hate to see it, but Angie is gone. Alice finds some other scraps. Rudimentary clothing, he is now caveman-like. Ryoma finds, or looks around for steps to ground rather. Tsumugi tries to kill Kanji, but Kanji retaliates and kills her instead. Ranger looks for his next victim. Ranger just wilding out over here. Kanji swooshes the air with a sword. Peko is dead, unfortunately. Pewter tries to kill Hiro, but Hiro's Night Armor diverts the blow. Ruka doesn't care much for those plays. Juzo is pelting Pewter with rocks. It's pretty annoying. It's just annoying, actually. Kadoko does something really cute. Kibo wishes he could go home. You have your wish ring, so maybe you should just wish for that. That's technically a wish. You could just be like, I wish I could go. Yeah. I don't know why he didn't do it. Mew was thinking of plans to get. He thought about how best to use his wish ring. Wished he could go home, but didn't actually tell his wish ring that that's what he wanted. Mew was thinking of plans to get out of here. Corey is on the verge of snapping. Hiro's ready to cleave some invaders in his knight's armor. Maya hums a song to herself. Monika's looking out only for herself, and Reiko's proud of her bikini. Kibo, you gotta do better than that. But it is a terrible Claire de Lune 4. Angie. Tsumugi. And I think we just need to keep on going. We lost 2. And Ranger still remains for Tsumugi, but Angie's team is out because Now perished very early in this matchup. Just wanted to be helpful. Couldn't do it. 17 remains, 7 more into your saving grace picks, and I think we have a couple rounds until we get there, so how about we click proceed and try and get there? Oh boy, we might get there! As we start round 7, Ryoma gathers ammo for his slingshot. Juzo attacks and kills Monika before Kibo can react. There's nothing Kibo can do, and he just sits there with a blank stare. Did someone snap his antenna again? You have the wish ring, Kibo. You have the wish ring. Corey finally snaps. Corey's now frenzied. Alice attacks. I'm sorry, Reiko attacks Alice from behind and slaughters him. Reiko. Poor K. Kotoko tries to kill Ranger. Ranger has been carried away to safety. Mew doesn't care much for this place. Fuyuko's gone, so is Quark. Ruka stares into the distance. Kanji sizes his muscles. Hiro doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Dojima's gone. Ranger looks around maniacally seething. Maya's cooking up a genius idea. Hilda spots something shiny in the distance. Peter pelts Ranger with rocks, which is more annoying than anything. We have lost 2 more. 2 people who are from teams that are still in, who were completely in, are now down to 1 person apiece. So after this, Claire de Lune 4. Monika. Alice. But we do have to pay attention to Kibo, who still has the wish ring. If he can snap out of it, get his mind together, and actually learn how to use his wishes, like he just wished he could go home and then just didn't, he could bring Monika back and they could still stand a real fighting chance. However, I don't foresee that happening. But will he shock the world? We gotta proceed to see. It's just 5 more until your saving grace picks. Who will be in there? Who will be in your final 10? I don't know. Let's click next round and see who it won't be. Quite a few people as we start round 8. Kibo sobbing uncontrollably. Pull yourself together, Kibo. Reiko remembers how much he misses Ibuki and sobs quietly. Kotoko wants to end things once for all with Juzo. Juzo bites the dust. In a fit of frenzy, Kori creeps up on Ruka and slaughters her. Ranger's still looking around maniacally seething, by the way. Hilda's still trying to avoid Kotoko, which is working out in their favor. Nagisa is writhing with maggots. Maya tries to kill Reiko, but Reiko retaliates and kills her instead. Reputer's still in for Mind Trip. Ryoma thinks of a dark poem. Kanji artfully slices Kori in two with his sword. Mew gathers ammo for her slingshot. Pewter starts sobbing uncontrollably. And Hiro wonders about the future. 4 gone, 11 remain. A couple teams have lost their last footing. 3 of them, in fact, but Maya still has Pewter in for her. But for right now, we gotta give a Claire de Lune for the 4 that we lost. Juzo, Ruruka, Maya, Kori in the house. Okay, so we're down to your final 11. We'll check them once we lose at least 1 more. But for right now, we're still not at your saving grace picks. This happens a lot in the simulator where we get to 11 and then we lose a couple more and we're below 10. But that's just the name of the game. That's just how things go yonder these parts. And until we go, we just gotta proceed. 11 left. 1 more until your saving grace pick. When I click next round, when we get that 1, perhaps, because we have quite a few people who are frenzied actually. We will get that 1. And it started with Hilda, who wasn't looking and fell right off a cliff, trying so hard to avoid Kotoko. Walked right off of a cliff. Kibo has a blank expression, seems unresponsive to what's going on. Hiro finds a lovely bikini, puts it on. Pewter tries to kill Hiro, but the knight's armor, I was hoping it said the bikini, diverted the blow. Reiko murders Hiro in front of Kanji. Kanji rushes to help. Hiro dies in his arms. Keiji and Dojima are gone. Kanji just wants this to end already. Nao's been gone for a long time, but Ryoma attacks Reiko from behind and gets rid of her, getting revenge for his fellow jailbird. Mew tries to kill Ranger, but Ranger's robe carried him away to safety already. Kotoko's looking for an easy out, and Quark is gone, which means we are down to just 8. Of these 8, 2 will go to the retribution match. 1 will win this game, and the rest, tough noodles. But for the 3 that we lost, there's a Claire de Lune 4. Hilda, Hiro, Reiko. So, I think you know what it's time for. How are your picks doing? We only have 8 left. And none of them I don't think are full teams anymore, which is a shame. But it is what it is. You might need some new picks, and you might be looking at people like, oh, they're doing pretty well this game. Maybe I want to pick them. Maybe I want to pick them from my my very special, my fantastically, what is it called again? Oh, it's in my notes here. It is a SGP. Oh. Saving Grace pick. Don't know how I forgot what it was when I said it just moments ago. We still have Ranger from the Devious Disguises. We still got Kanji with 4 KOs to his name for the jacket failures. Scrolling down, Kiba remains, shell-shocked but with a wish ring, could bring Monica back in fact. As we go down, Kotoko remains for the cross-dimensional sisters. Aiko's kitchen's completely out, but as we scroll down, Seiko's still here. She's frenzied. Don't forget about her. Don't forget. As we go down, we have Mew still for Ara Ara. Will she get her revenge for just her checking out Lisa and vice versa for so long? As we go down, we also have Pewter for Mind Trip, Ryoma for the Jailbirds, and that is the end of our final 8. So tell me in the comments, who do you got? First, second, and third. Make them by liking your own comment, commenting your own comment, commenting on my comment, editing your comment. Do what you have to know. Do what you have to do to make those saving grace picks known. And I'll make mine too. Shall we? Let's do it. I got Ranger for first. Ranger has not been in a lot of these games, but the games that Ranger has been in, the majority so far, he's made to the top 10. The majority, not all of them, but the majority. And that's hard to do. Give me, and these 2 would be in the retribution match, give me Kotoko for second. And give me Kibo for, in fact, Crazy call. Give me Monica for third. Crazy call. I kind of believe it. I'm kind of believing in it. I don't really believe in it, but I kind of believe in it. But those are my saving grace picks. And you're like, Monica's not in. He's got that wish ring. Could bring someone back from the dead. Never forget. Or he could wish for world peace and completely screw me over. However, these 9 are all still here. They want to win for their teams. Can they do it? It's gonna be tough. They will have to have the same steely determination as that of a samurai woman. Are you ready? I think it's time. Let's go ahead, let's click next round, and let's proceed. It is round 10, and Mew doesn't care much for this place. Kanji just wants it done already. Katoko's being adorable as always. Ranger sneezes from all the sparkles coming out of his wizard robe, making him levitate for a few seconds. Ryoma spots something shiny in the distance. Kibo snaps out of it. Uh-oh. Remember that. And Pewter is thinking of plans to get out of here. 8 still remain. I think Seiko's actually in a trap as we proceed to round 11. Ryoma mopes around uselessly. Mew gathers ammo for her slingshot. Seiko snaps out of it. Katoko finds a suit full of medieval armor and puts it on and glooms with a dazzling shine. Ranger looks like he's on the verge of snapping again. Everyone's snapping out of it, and Ranger's like, snapping? Huh? Kibo wishes you have to kill anyone. You have the wish ring, you can make that happen. Please don't though. Pewter finds some of their scraps. He is now a cave scientist, somnium expert, as Kanji just wants it to end already. And it might not end anytime soon as Ryoma finds a dapper suit and puts it on. Seiko looks for her next victim. Oh no. Ranger uses a slingshot to pelt Pewter with rocks. It's more annoying than anything. Kanji sobs quietly. The Zuru's gone. Katoko stares into the distance. Mew finds a sword, shiny and sharp. Pewter remembers how much he misses Mai and sobs quietly. And Kibo made the wrong wish and wishes that he wasn't here. The wish ring shimmers for a second, and then nobody seems to remember Kibo ever existed at all. And that is truly terrible. Deserving of a terrible turnabout for who? Oh, for Kibo. Yeah, I actually forgot. I forgot he ceased to exist, so I forgot about him for a second. However, your final 7 are still in. We're still creeping towards the end of this, and it's still them caught with the same determination as a samurai woman. So I think we have to go on. I think we have to proceed. I think we have to see what unfolds as we click the next round. We are not tiptoeing anymore because we have a whole lot of orange, and a bit of frenzy. Seiko creeps up on Pewter, snaps his neck. Ranger finally snaps and is now frenzied. Ryoma challenges Katoko to a duel. Katoko unfortunately bites the dust. Kanji has a blank expression and seems unresponsive to what's going on. Mew doesn't really want to, but she finds herself having to get rid of Ryoma. And that leaves us with just 4. Seiko, Ranger, Mew, and Kanji. Interesting final 4. But, as we have those 4, we do have to calm this down. Give a terrible turnabout to. Pewter, Katoko, Ryoma. And so, we have an interesting final 4 of Seiko from Mask On. They do want their titles back. They only hold them for a week's time. A week or 2 weeks. It was either a week or 2 weeks. I don't quite remember. I think it was just a week though. Ranger, who has won a game and has appeared in, I think, less than 5? Is doing very well for himself. Kanji has never won a game. But today, he could either win or get into the retribution match for the jacket failures. Which will happen, maybe one, maybe none. And we still have Mew, who is a force to be reckoned with, is a agent of chaos for the singles. Could she win today for Lisa? I don't know, but I can tell you, that's Seiko. Ranger, Kanji, and Mew are caught in something that we like to call a little bit of a crisis of fate. 1 will come out on top, 2 will go to the retribution match, and the next person who perishes is gonna be pretty out of luck. And that person will be nobody yet, because round 14 starts clean as Ranger looks for his next victim. Seiko's frenzy actually settles down, dies down. Mew swooshes the air with her sword, and Kanji's just crying. Hopefully that crying does not falter, does not have him lose this in the next round. It doesn't, He doesn't want to carry on though, he's now suicidal, but he's in a little bit of a safety net. He's in a lot of bit of a safety net actually. Oh my goodness, he's in a lot of a safety net. He is definitely going to the retribution match as Seiko attacks Ranger from behind and kills him. Mew artfully slices Seiko in two with her sword. It is looking bad for Kanji, but hey, it could happen. Anything could happen. They are the final two. However, we are going to give a terrible, terrible turnabout for Ranger, Seiko. And because of that, Seiko does join the retribution match, the first person from her team to join the tag team retribution match. And that also leaves us with a final two of Kanji and Mew. One of them will win, the other one will join the retribution match. But I do have to ask you guys, just quick question, a quick query, between Kanji and Mew, just who will it be? Kanji, Mew. Kanji, a team of what you could call misfits. We have Hiro, we have Kaito, and we have Kanji. Three boys, three good boys if we're being completely honest. They don't wear jackets quite right, and he's not feeling too great right now, but can he sneak out a victory against someone who we've called undisputed for a long time? One of the only two people to successfully retain the singles champion. Can you get another win under her belt today and carry Lisa to the tag team finales for Arara? The jacket failures with Kanji, or Arara with Mew. One will win, the other will go to the retribution match. But who will it be? Kanji or Mew? Kanji or Mew? It seems like it's in Mew's favor, but we've seen things turn around on a dime in this simulator before. So I have to ask you one more time before I click next round. Make your prediction in the comments, Kanji or Mew. I'll click next round and we may potentially see. I don't think we will see. Not yet, because Mew tries to get others to notice her, and Kanji's on the verge of a nervous breakdown next round again. Mew's thinking of plans to get out of here, and Kanji sits there with a blank stare. I feel like Kanji's gonna take himself out. Mew's gathering ammo for her slingshot, and Kanji's just sobbing uncontrollably. Round 19, Kanji just wants it to end already, and Mew's just twiddling her thumbs. And that is the end. You hate to see it, the poor boy, but he's going to try and get retribution at the end of the season. Mew swooshes the air with her sword. She's just been vibing for the past few rounds. Kanji's had his head held low, wasn't looking where he was going, and fell right off of a cliff. It was indeed. Because he had a game, he put on a show, but really Mew did put on a show too. It is a terrible, terrible turnabout for Kanji. Which means she's done it again. What can we say? RNG loves her. And she's going to the tag team finales. And she is, today, your winner. Representing Team Arara. Along with Lisa. During the start of this game, they were just checking each other out, but once Lisa was gone, Mew had to focus up, and she did what she does best. She knuckled up, she buckled up, she won the game. Mew takes the win. It's Mew, what can you do? The second it said Kanji was suicidal, I was like, uh-oh. I was like, he's not gonna like go after her. It was a shame. That was it for Kanji. That was unfortunately it. 4 KOs, he won this thing, congratulations to him. Or no, he didn't win this thing. 3 KOs, Mew won this thing. Kanji, you put up a heck of a fight, but you're going to Retribution. And it would be, it's like, you can kind of like pick and choose who you really want to root for in the Retribution match. I think Kanji is going to be one of the people that people are like, I think Kanji deserves Retribution out of the people who made it to the Retribution match. We'll see if that happens. Kanji, we'll see if you can get it. But he got 4 KOs, so did Juzo, so did Corey, Reiko, Dojima, Maya, and Mew, and Seiko all had 3, everyone else with 2 or less. And that was the game. And something that I don't think I said yesterday, now that I think about it, bring up the winner's bracket. There she is with Lisa, Mew, Lisa, Team Ara Ara stands tall this week. Congratulations to them. And in terms of tag team Retribution, we have Jin Kirigiri, we have Ryoma, we have Date, and we have Gonta. Hajime, Kazuichi, and Kai all stand there. Shuichi, Komaru, Kyoko, Venti, and Noelle. And joining today, we have Seiko and Kanji. That Retribution match is filling up, but we are already 5 weeks in. Week 6 is next week, and then we only have 6 weeks to go. We're almost halfway through the season already, which means we're cutting through the summer real quick. We're getting close to the end of July. I'm sorry, June. Not getting close to the end of July. July is next month, and July is gonna be fun. But until July, we're just chilling, we're just vibing. Just remember, if you have OCs and you want to enter them, this is your last weekend to do so. The 20th is when they close at 11:59 Eastern Time. Because OC action will take place shortly after that, either the Sunday after or 2 Sundays after. I haven't quite decided because both Sundays technically could fit into the schedule, so it doesn't really matter. Stay classy. Year of the Ascent. Congratulations to Mew and Ara, and to Seiko for Mask On and Kanji for the Jacket Failures for joining the Retribution match. If we roll 1s for the rest of the season for this, which is unlikely but possible, the lower the number, the better the chance for the people who are already in the Retribution match to win the Retribution match, because the Retribution match does not have to be a full episode of 24, but it could be more. So, stay classy, Year of the Ascent. Toodaloo, like crew. Thanks for watching.